Good morning, welcome to Breakfast with Naga Munchetty and Charlie State.
Our headlines today.
It's been...
and what's behind a lot of the fires as well, Charlie. Officials in Greece have said that they have had to deal with more than 650 wildfires over a 10-day period, and most of them were started by human hand. Let's talk to Bethany Bauer, reporter in Rhodes now. Bethany, morning to you. On the surface, that looks like a beautiful, windy, breezy, sunny day, but we know the impact that the weather has been having, and also how humans there, how people there have been behind much of the devastation. Now, 4 people are missing after a military helicopter crashed off the coast of Queensland in Australia. Donald Trump has been setting out why he should be the Republican Party candidate for next year's presidential election at a fundraising event in the US state of Iowa. He's already insisted he'll run for office, even if convicted of any of the criminal charges he faces. Our North America correspondent Sean Dilley has more. A 14-year-old boy has been arrested after a 7-year-old girl was killed following a hit and run in the West Midlands on Thursday evening. Time to take a look at this morning's weather. Darren has the latest. Darren, after a few days of rain and grey skies, there was a lot of sunshine around if you were lucky yesterday. Is that going to happen this weekend?
Real mixture.
14 minutes past 6 is the time. Let's take a look at the papers. A number of them focus in the mood to see a big, giant rubber duck.
How big is it exactly?
I can show you. It's the world's sea waterfronts and conserve natural resources.
Oh, I was still looking at it then. I quite like it on a Saturday morning particularly.
Ah, well, we're not here to deliver the expected.
On that theme of the unexpected, people might have been following what's been going on in Washington. They had these UFO hearings. Have you heard about this?
Fabulous, yes.
Where in some detail, they've been presented with evidence and questions asked about UFOs and all that kind of thing. Hours and hours of testimony from people who say they've seen it. Very legitimate sources, some of them. And I'm just looking at some of the reactions. There's a gentleman called Tim Burchett, who is the Republican representative from Tennessee. It's from The Guardian, who spoke to him immediately after hearing all the evidence. And Tim Burchett said, I don't want to oversimplify it, but how are you going to fly one, in brackets, a spaceship? You've got to have somebody in it. That seems to be pretty simple, doesn't it?
No, well,
so his argument is that there must be aliens because they're an alien craft, and there has to be someone
but that's ridiculous.
Flying it. And the good news...
Drones have no people in them, for a start. So it's a ridiculous thing to say. Also, he's making an assumption that aliens are less clever than us. I mean, what on earth makes him think that aliens can't control aircraft from ages away?
Yeah, but there have been quite a lot of sci-fi films in which they are sort of octopus things inside flying. And can I just say, if this is your thing, the good news is that coming up in a month's time, later this month, there's a new NASA report on UFO sightings, so another official report. So if that is your thing and that's what you want to hear about, there is going to be more forthcoming later in this month.
Good to know. I will actually be interested in that. I will look at that.
It is fascinating.
I would look at that. It's 18 minutes past 6. Thousands of LGBTQ plus people will march through Liverpool this weekend as the city hosts a joint Pride celebration with Ukraine.
Kiev's own march can't be held there due to the Russian invasion, so Merseyside will hold the event on its behalf, as Josh Parry now reports.